Hey guys, it's me, 80s from 144. So today, guys, we're gonna do our preview for Morocco versus Portugal, the penultimate quarterfinal game of the World Cup 2022. And this is a game that I'm really excited for. So the game will take place at December 10th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So for this game in particular, it's gonna be interesting. So we're gonna be looking at a lot of different things. We'll look at head-to-head record. We'll look at the lines for both teams. Players that are injured, players that are one yellow away from suspension. We'll talk about how each team made it this far and give a little preview at the end, a little prediction at the end. Sorry. So like I said, if you're new out here, consider that subscribe button. Like this movie to enjoy. And we're gonna go ahead and start with the first topic, which we have is the head-to-head record. So the head-to-head record is actually two games. Two games have taken place in the World Cup, so have never played a friendly against each other. Portugal has got one W, which was the 2018 World Cup, in which Portugal and Morocco played to a 1-0 win, courtesy of a Cristiano Ronaldo goal in the fourth minute of the game from a header. And yeah, okay. Morocco won 3 goals to 1 against Portugal in 1986, and the last time Morocco made the knockout stage was 1986. So it's interesting that yet again they have to play Portugal. Okay, so coming into this game, Morocco is in a huge. They're coming off a huge win against Spain on penalties, and it's a very impressive because they were not expected to do so. And I think for the fact that they were able to do it is an incredible achievement. And I just think that for me, it's going to be interesting to see how they can replicate their heroics in this game. I defensively they've been really solid. I think Aguirre and Roman Saiz have done an excellent job at the back, and Bono has been excellent in goal, making save after save after save. Morocco's had, I think, the best defense in this year's World Cup, which is very, very impressive. It's even better than the likes of Argentina. It's even better than the likes of Brazil. It's even better than England. And that's saying something because these defenses are generally known to have better than Morocco. So the fact that Morocco have only conceded one goal in the tournament, which keep in mind was an own goal against Canada, is quite an achievement in itself. Let's go look at the starting 11s and talk about player stuff real quick. So let me go ahead and go to the next screen here. So as you guys can see with Morocco, they started a 4-3-3 against Spain with Bono in goal, Hakimi at the right back, left back Mazraoui, and the center backs Aguirre and Saiz. Now, unfortunately for Morocco, both players are likely to not play this match. I think Aguirre for sure will probably not play. Saiz could maybe still play because he didn't come off injured, and he is their captain after all, so he's a very important player for them, and he's a very crucial player for the team. And Onani was also good. Amrabat was really good in the midfield, causing havoc for the Spain attack. Disrupting play. He kind of reminds me of Casemiro in the sense that he can break up the play easily, and he's just like the Moroccan version. I've heard people call him that. Amala was also good. Ziyech as well was causing danger. Using in Naziri was kind of ineffective. I didn't think using in Naziri was that good, and Bofal was obviously causing terror to Lorente. I think for Morocco in particular, though, they have to be very cautious of Saberi and Amrabat because these two players are one yellow away from suspension. And I think for Morocco in particular, one of my biggest issues with their game against Spain is that yes, they were defensively solid, but the amount of chances they missed was ridiculous. They had like two, I think was it two or three 1v1 chances alongside with Unai Simon, and they couldn't score. And in this kind of game, we know how good Portugal have been. This can be a tough one because Morocco cannot afford to miss those chances. And given how Portugal's attack has been so devastating, they're gonna have to bury those chances. It's gonna take a mammoth task to take them penalties because I don't think Morocco has enough. I think it's gonna be a too gargantuous task to take them to penalties because I just don't see them keeping a clean sheet for 120 minutes. Yes, their defense has been solid, but this is gonna be a huge new level, right? So I think for Morocco in particular, what they need to look in this game is look at the counterattacks because Portugal defensively isn't all that spectacular. So they can create some chances from the counterattack and defend very good, and hope that Portugal bomb their wingers forward. They can exploit with the likes of Amrabat, Amala, and Ziyech. Okay, so now let's go talk about Portugal, guys. Portugal. Okay, so for Portugal in particular, they're coming off a huge win against Switzerland. A big win. They're 6 goals to 1 there. And it's very interesting because obviously they even benched their talisman, Cristiano Ronaldo, and he didn't even score, neither get an assist on the day, which is quite insane because we all know how important Ronaldo is to Portugal. And the fact they were able to score 6 against Switzerland, which is traditionally known a very good defense, is very, very impressive in itself. And it's kind of interesting that Portugal have another similar task to um, Switzerland in the sense that Morocco is a very solid defensive unit. And prior to that point, I think Switzerland conceded was it on 3 goals, and then they conceded 6. So imagine what they could do to Morocco, right? So Diego Costa is gonna be in goal. He had a good performance. I do think though Diego Costa has not really been tested that much, and we saw against Ghana that he almost costed them in that game. But I think since then he's definitely improved. Delot is excellent at the right back. He's been having a fantastic season with Manchester United, and now it's Trent's having a good form with Portugal as well, getting assist for the I believe it was the Guerrero goal. And then Pepe Ruben Diaz, great partnership at the back. Pepe is such a crucial player for Portugal. He brings so much more defensive solidity. Rafael Guerrero, he's done a good job replacing Nuno Mendes. Obviously, he's not as good as Nuno Mendes, in my opinion, but he's doing the job there. Otavio, Carvalho, Bernardo Silva, and then Bruno Fernandes and Gonzalo Ramos. This Gonzalo Ramos, man, scored a hat trick in his first World Cup game. Is pretty insane. Joao Felix as well as having some fun there. And it's crazy that Portugal have they can afford to bench the likes of Leao and Cristiano Ronaldo, and those two players would start for any national team. Like most of the national teams in the world would have them start. I think that maybe the only one they wouldn't start for is maybe Brazil, but that's because how good Brazil is. So I think for Portugal in particular, there it's gonna be interesting. Now there is a lot of players that are injured slash suspended. Well, not suspended, but on a one yellow waiver suspension. So as we said, Nuno Mendes is currently out. I think his World Cup is done. Danilo Pereira, he's likely to not play this game. And then players that are one yellow waiver suspension. Hear this out, guys. We have Ruben Diaz, Ruben Neves, Joao Felix, Danilo Pereira, and Bruno Fernandes. If any of these players pick up a yellow card, as I mentioned, they will be suspended for their semifinal clash. So for Portugal, man, are they going to get the job done? Are they going to get the job done? So now that I give you guys a quick preview about the two teams, let's discuss my prediction. My prediction for this game is Portugal to win. I think Portugal's going to win 3 goals to 1. I know Morocco's had a great defense. I know they've been defensively solid up until this point, but I just feel like Portugal is going to be too big of a task. Their attack is stacked. Okay? And I just think it's going to be very difficult for Morocco to contain Portugal in this game. And I feel like for Morocco, they have to go for it. I think what's going to happen is Portugal is going to score opening goal. And I actually think that's going to actually open the floodgates. Because Morocco is going to try to equalize. But Portugal will hit them on the counterattack and score 2 more goals. And then I feel like Portugal will kind of ease off. And I think Morocco will score a consolation goal in the second half. Sort of like what we saw against Switzerland. And I just feel like for me, Portugal will just ease off and just be resting their players for the semifinal clash. And so, yeah. Prove me wrong, Morocco. I would love to be proven wrong. Morocco would be a great story for them to take it. The only way I could see Morocco winning this is if they take the penalties. I just don't think they have enough to take them. I just don't see them beating Portugal in 120 minutes or 90 minutes. I think they have to do this by penalties. And even that seems a bit of a stretch with this team. So, like I said, there can be upset. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an upset in this match, but I just feel like Portugal are just way too good at the moment. And I feel like Fernando Santos has finally got this team to be playing the football that we expect them to be playing. So, like I said, thank you guys for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Make sure you guys like this video if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new, and comment down below your thoughts and comment section below. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.